I don't think he's as fast as I am. I don't think he's used to the type of fight that I bring and the type of style that I bring. It's just like certain skills, bro. Just certain skills.
Do you think Jamahal is underestimating Alex Pereira? I think there's a potential for that, right? And I think as fighters, we've got to do that. We've got to strip somebody down. You can't look at them. You can't put them on this pedestal as this unbelievable guy. The reality is, though, Pereira, this will be the 5th champion that he's fought against. 4 that he's beaten, and the 5th that he could potentially be in just 8 fights, and a champion of 2 divisions. That's not a coincidence. You don't go out there and beat 4 champions in 7 fights unless you are something special.
How big is Pereira? That's so crazy. His hands are as big as a watermelon.
Really?
His hands are giant, man. He's got this weird frame. Dudes with big hands have crazy power. Like, you see him, you say, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He just hits hard. Negative. Incorrect. Completely unique style, very technical, and very well thought out.
The better, more polished, technical guy doesn't always win. And that is what Jamahal Hill is counting on here. Now, he's very confident in his skill set. He's very confident about taking the shots. But the reality is, can he take the shots? That's what Jiri Prochazka said. That's what he thought. And as we know, he even admitted himself, he got put to sleep, he went out.
I fought some guys that can clean your clock. Like, you know what I mean? I fought Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos was strong. He hit hard. My UFC debut was against a guy named Darko Stosic. Short, compact, powerhouse guy. He hit hard. So everybody's had their danger. Glover hit hard. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I'm not sure where he ranks at as far as that. My job is to make sure I keep not knowing.
No. I definitely think everybody's beatable. I think the blueprint to beating Alex Pereira, my personal opinion is, I've always never fight people where they're their best. I think it's just harder. I'm not saying you can't do it, it's just a lot harder. Yeah. But I would smother him so bad and I would wrestle him until the opportunity he was exhausted, and then I would let my hands go, pop, find the angle.
Yeah. Him versus Jamahal Hill would be sick.
Him versus Jamahal Hill would be sick. But the thing is these guys, Jamahal Hill can wrestle.
Yeah.
He can grapple. Alex Pereira, just a little bit I did see it with him and Izzy. It's the only time I've ever seen him grapple. It was not good. It did not look like he could grapple at a super high level. And that's an issue, dude. You move up to 205, these guys ain't going to want to stand and bang with you. They're not got nothing to prove. They're MMA fighters in the UFC. Jamahal Hill's the UFC champ. He's not going to go out there and try to prove a point I can stand with this motherfucker.
Well, I'm fully aware that I could take him down and I can wrestle. My grappling is better than pretty much, I feel, anybody that he's gone against. I'm the better. I'll grapple anybody that he's gone against. But for me, for what I want out of this and out of this challenge, I feel he's gotta go to sleep. So they gotta see the giant fall. They gotta see him tumble. They gotta see him take that tumble. I'm excited for it, for the challenge. I'm always excited to go and test myself and put myself in uncomfortable situations to see, you know what I mean, where my greatness truly lies. At the end of the day, that's all I'm doing. I'm just asking questions. I'm asking, where's my greatness truly lie? Is he really like that to me compared to how I am? You know what I mean? And anytime a question comes up of just greatness that I can test or push myself with, I can't help but jump on it.
And Jamahal Hill, it really has some street brawler to him. He really does. I don't know what I would tell you that Jamahal Hill is great at. He's great at fighting, no question about that, but I don't know what I would tell you he's great at. It wouldn't just be boxing on his feet. And that's not Taekwondo, that's not karate, that's good, solid kickboxing. That's practice room kickboxing. That is not competitive. Surreal Gun, Israel Adesanya, Rosenstruck. It's not competitive kickboxing. That's practice room kickboxing. You might even call it practice room Muay Thai. But he holds up, he's durable, he's long, he's just big enough, he's just powerful enough, he's just ornery enough. I mean, there's a real brawler in there that's very intimidating.
Now, this is a banger. Big shoes to fill. The only thing I'm kind of curious about, and Jamal's my guy, he trains out here in Vegas now too. I'm just hoping that his Achilles because I just feel they couldn't get some other main events. You go to the next best thing that you could get, right? And I just hope he's not pushing something that could be, knock on wood, end up in another catastrophic injury. I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I'm hoping that everything heals up and is 100% A-okay when he steps in there, because obviously Poaton's a tough dude. He uses a lot of calf kicks. We all know that.
And I want to say he got hurt during that charity basketball game in Las Vegas in July. I mean, how serious is his injury? Will he be able to be back 100%? But if he does, Alex Pereira, you're making a great decision. Competitively, I think the Ankalaev fight is the kryptonite, but competitively, because of what's happening, because Jamahal Hill just likes to strike, and he exposes his legs, he'll leave his legs open for you. And obviously there's a storyline there. The fact that he did beat your mentor, your training partner, Glover Teixeira. I mean, you already got revenge on Jiri Prochazka. You know who the other one is? Jamahal Hill. And I personally like this matchup for him. I really do.
When you look at Jamahal Hill, though, and here's a criticism that people say, not me. People say, well, Jamahal Hill, you beat an old version of Glover Teixeira, who was 42 years old. What was he, 42 or 40, something like that? Which, he was the champion of the world. It's not his fault that he was the champion. So you can't criticize him for beating the champ. Before that, he beat Thiago Santos, knocked him out cold. Before that, Johnny Walker. I mean, Johnny Walker is a big dude. Johnny Walker's in his prime. Johnny Walker hits hard. He's a freak of nature. And that was one of the sickest knockouts ever. So, and before that, Jimmy Crute, again, knockout. So Jamahal definitely has the power.
If Jamahal Hill does end up getting the victory, if he does end up successful against Alex Pereira, it's going to be either the beginning of the first or the beginning of the second. But slowly but surely, guys, Poatan is going to start shaving up those legs and start kicking. He's going to start kicking. He's going to start kicking. If you don't have good distance recognition to actually evade, 'cause even if you do check and it hurts, he's going to be in trouble.
Oh shit, so he was showing us. So we're at the mothership. Me and DC and Alex Pereira. And Alex Pereira's kicking our legs. And he's showing us how to check. He's showing us how he checks and what he does to follow up check. He's got a system, man.
And you haven't seen that way to check?
It's different. I'll tell you later.
Definitely show me.
I'll tell you later. It's different. It's different. I've seen a million fights. We were both like, oh shit. I don't think anybody else is doing it that way.
His leg kicks are kind of philosophy in a certain to the same way that I was taught, to where it's like you don't have to throw, you don't have to put much on them, and they're very effective and can do a lot of damage. So I understand that. I understand his hook is set up in is boxing based with a little bit of his own little personal touch put onto it. I notice these things. I'm just different, bro. I'm just different. I just really want to get in there with somebody like that who everybody sees and acknowledges how special he is. You know what I mean? It's giving him the flowers for how special he is. I want to go in there and show the levels that I can make it look easy.
I don't know, man. I love the fight. I love the fight for Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill said that he's going to stand with him. He said he's not taking him down, man. He said he ain't taking him down. He said he's going to stand with Alex Pereira and he's going to knock him out. I believe that UFC 300 is an amazing fight card that is going to be fantastic, and the buzz is going to be crazy.
More weapons in that fight. I feel like there is on Jamahal Hill's side, but we'll see. Yeah. Jamahal Hill have a better. I think he will have the better chances on the start of the fight, and when the fight will continue, there is more chances for Pereira.
I'm leaning towards Hill. I'm not saying Pereira has no chance. It's a fight, and obviously the injury is a factor. But I think skill-wise, I just feel Hill has a little bit more tools. I don't know. We'll see. It should be a fun one. We'll find out April 13th.